On paper, a shout out from a creator like MrBeast that has over 250 million subscribers on YouTube seems like the ultimate jackpot win. I mean, instead of struggling to attract a new audience, getting them one by one, and going through the grind, you will get an instant surge of hundreds of thousands of people ready to watch your content. But gaining more than 100,000 subscribers in a couple of minutes is not as good as it seems, and a shout out like this could actually end someone's career and any future hope of becoming a big YouTuber. This is what actually happened with these 4 creators. Now there is a way to capitalize on the shoutout and actually make a successful career out of it, even reaching 10 million subscribers. But I will leave that to the end of the video. Now in 2020, MrBeast released his own version of the YouTube Rewind, and at the end of the video, he shouted out 3 creators as a way for him to highlight new YouTubers as part of the Rewind. These 3 creators received a shoutout from one of the biggest YouTubers at the time, getting hundreds of thousands of new subscribers and viewers in an instant. The first channel was Amelia and Brady. At the time, the channel had a small number of 412 subscribers, and they created simple videos like thrift shop hauls, vlogs, DIY videos, and personal content around their lives as sisters. Basically, videos that many new YouTubers create when they start YouTube for the first time. But after the shoutout, it all changed for them, and in less than 24 hours, they went from 412 subscribers to almost 186,000 subscribers. You would think that this would be the best day of their lives, and their careers are finally made for life. But this would actually end up being the reason they quit YouTube. After the shoutout, Amelia and Brady posted a video titled MrBeast Gave Us a Shoutout, in which they thanked Jimmy and talked about what they were going through and their reaction winning a shoutout. The video got 617,000 views, a big jump from the 2,000 to 3,000 average they used to get. But after that video, none of the new 186,000 subscribers were interested in what Amelia and Brady has to say, and after they continued posting their regular vlogs and thrift haul videos, their views immediately went back to normal, getting 2,000 to 3,000 views, just like what they were getting pre-shoutout. They even tried to replicate the success of the viral video they had by posting a new one unboxing their 100k silver play button and thanking MrBeast again. The video got around 50,000 views, higher than their average, but nowhere near the first one. After almost a year of posting content, they finally decided that they have had enough, and going viral so quickly was just too much for them to handle. So they posted a video announcing they are quitting YouTube, which ironically got over 100,000 views. In the video, they discussed how they were grateful for the MrBeast shoutout, but at the same time, how it made it 100 times harder for them to create content and enjoy the process like they used to. They felt the pressure of instant fame, and since the views went back down after every single upload, and they saw that they began to lose subscribers day after day, it was just too much for them, and YouTube stopped being the fun thing they used to do, and became the cause for their sadness, and eventually they stopped posting. Now another creator that was in the same boat as Amelia and Brady is Soyan Osman. In the same 2020 YouTube Rewind video, Soyan was the second creator that got a shoutout from MrBeast. He was a very small YouTuber that created videos in the music industry, that also used to get around 2,000 to 3,000 views, with a couple crossing the 10k mark. But after the MrBeast shoutout, Soyan's subscriber number grew massively, gaining almost 150,000 subscribers overnight, and his reaction video to the shoutout got almost 1 million views. But every video after that barely got to 5,000 views, and the people that subscribed to his channel didn't watch any of his content. Even his 2 other videos related to MrBeast and the shoutout barely crossed the 20,000 view mark. Because his content was so far away from what MrBeast's audience wants to watch, no one was reacting to his content, and no one was actually watching. And eventually, less than a year after the shoutout, Soyan uploaded his last ever video on the channel, and he disappeared right after that, leaving another channel with over 100,000 subscribers and no views. The third creator that received a shoutout from MrBeast was Nalter Deeds. Nalter had a bit more success than the other creators because of this shoutout, and was able to capitalize on the growth for a short period of time. But eventually, his fate would end up just like the rest of them. Nalter at the time had just above 1,000 subscribers, and the MrBeast shoutout helped him get to 138,000 subscribers. And quickly, his channel started to get thousands of new viewers. But the shoutout just wasn't enough. He did a couple of videos that got over 30,000 views, with the initial shoutout reaction video getting more than 140,000 views. But just like the other creators, Nalter revealed in a video titled "Did MrBeast Break My Channel?" that his views were going down week by week, and his subscriber count was also going down every single day and with every single upload. He even revealed how the shoutout ruined him and actually made it harder for him to create the content he actually wants to create.
I don't want to just be the MrBeast guy. I want to be my own person that create my own types of content that stands on its own that I just haven't been able to figure out yet.
And eventually, Nalter decided to stop uploading on his channel because it was just too much for him and it isn't what he actually wanted. His channel now sits at 253,000 subscribers and his recent content barely crossing the 10,000 views mark. All these three creators had one big problem. None of them created the type of content that the regular MrBeast viewer wanted to watch. Yes, they all got hundreds of thousands of new subscribers, but all of these new people only subscribed because MrBeast told them to, and they are all young people that watch MrBeast content. None of them is interested in shopping hauls or music videos. They want the high stakes, high engagement style content that MrBeast created. So when they all subscribe to these channels thanks to MrBeast, and YouTube served them content from these channels, they just wouldn't click on it or watch it, thus killing the videos of these channels, resulting in zero growth. Even though the number of subscribers for these channels grew, their actual audience and people that want to watch their content stayed the same. However, there is one creator that posted content similar to MrBeast. It was very similar. He even looked somewhat like him, had the same editing style and same thumbnails. Well, it was actually MrBeast's brother, Mr. Bro. Jimmy's brother CJ first appeared on MrBeast's channel back in 2019 in a video titled, "I gave my brother 24 hours to spend $100,000. At the time, CJ had less than 100,000 subscribers on a channel called Mr. Bro. In the video, CJ is shown spending $100,000 buying equipment for his channel in order to create content like speakers, a laptop, a desktop computer, some cameras, and more. And on top of that, Jimmy in the video said that he's giving his brother 5 helpers, $100,000 starting budget, a warehouse, editors, a content strategy, and basically everything he needs to become the next big YouTuber. He even said he's giving him 1 million subscribers, which was basically the shoutout, so that MrBeast fans would go and subscribe to his channel. He literally got everything every YouTuber needs to start, directly from the biggest YouTuber on the platform. But this video isn't about successful YouTubers, it's about the ones that failed, and CJ failed miserably with everything he got handed to him. The shoutout was pretty successful. His channel immediately exploded to over 2 million subscribers, and Mr. Bro's career got a huge head start. He began creating MrBeast type videos, like Last to Leave 3 wins $10,000, I spent 24 hours in a pool of ramen noodles, and Last to Leave Halloween candy wins $10,000. The videos were basically MrBeast videos but with a different character on screen. Jimmy was replaced with Jimmy's brother CJ. Carl, Chris, and Chandler were also replaced with similar characters on screen. His videos were getting millions of views, but nowhere near what MrBeast was getting. The biggest problem was deep in the roots of the channel. MrBeast was big because he was MrBeast, creating original viral challenges never seen before. But Mr. Bro was just Jimmy's brother. He was basically MrBeast on a smaller budget. It was clear that CJ was just the face of the channel, and it was actually MrBeast's team that was doing all the work. The channel started to look like a smaller version of the MrBeast channel, which gave CJ no actual competitive edge or unique element about him. Why would people watch a smaller version of MrBeast when they can just go watch MrBeast himself? CJ was forever labeled as Jimmy's brother. Even his name was Mr. Bro, similar to MrBeast, and his whole brand was revolving around being MrBeast's brother, and his channel was doomed to fail. After many uploads and millions of views, CJ eventually stopped uploading, and his last video was posted 2 years ago, thus ending the career of Mr. Bro. He did change the name of the channel to CJ these days, but the damage was already done. These 4 creators won the YouTube lottery, but as they say, winning the lottery is never a good thing, and the result was a YouTube career that never happened. However, there are ways creators were able to capitalize on a huge shoutout from MrBeast. Just recently, MrBeast released a video titled "Survive 100 Days Trapped, Win $500,000", in which 2 competitors, Susie Taylor and Bayfield, were locked in a chamber for 100 days in order to win $500,000. The whole video was revolving around these 2 people. So after the video ended, the audience wanted to see more of them, and this is what Susie Taylor and Bayfield capitalized on. Before the video, Susie was already an established creator. She only had 50,000 subs, but this was enough for her to build a solid audience base. After the video was released, Susie capitalized on the success of it by releasing multiple pieces of content related to the challenge. The first video showed her spending the $185,000 she won, which got 6.1 million views, and she went on to post 3 more videos around the challenge that got more than 7 million views combined. Her other videos also got thousands of views, and her channel now sits at over 300,000 subscribers. Susie played her cards well. She knew the type of audience that was coming her way from MrBeast's side, and she knew the type of content that they liked to watch and created just that, thus capitalizing on the indirect shout-out and growing her fan base even more. Bayfield also had some success, but not as much as Susie. His channel is at 50,000 subscribers, with his most viewed video sitting at 780,000 views, which was basically a reaction and behind-the-scenes thoughts of the challenge. Now creators like Zealous, Isaiah Photo, Unnecessary Inventions, and Pretty Bored also saw a huge success after being in a MrBeast video and winning a shoutout. MrBeast invited YouTubers with under 100,000 subscribers to all put their hands on his 10 million subscriber diamond play button, and last to remove their hand wins 1 million subscribers. The winner of the challenge eventually was Zealous, that went on to be a big YouTuber himself with over 4 million subscribers till today. The other competitors also went on to become huge creators themselves. Isaiah Photo today sits at over 10 million subscribers, Unnecessary Inventions has almost 5 million subscribers, and Pretty Board has almost 1.5 million subscribers. All of these one creators have one thing in common. They were all passionate, hardworking creators before the challenge, and they all created content that aligns with the mainstream content that MrBeast creates and the MrBeast audience likes to watch. A shoutout isn't always the best thing in the world. Growing an audience that actually wants to watch the content of a certain creator, even if it's just 1,000, is more important. Now, if you were given a choice to receive a shoutout from MrBeast today, would you take it? Let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.